What's going on there, YouTube? This is Sick Eric back again with another video, and today we're going to be doing a full review of the OnePlus 6T, and this is the T-Mobile variant. You can pick it up on T-Mobile right now for about $580, and this device is an excellent device. Highly recommended if you are looking for a cheap phone that is not breaking the bank, and if you want really powerful specs and really powerful device. So let's go ahead and jump down into it. This phone is the OnePlus 6T T-Mobile variant. It's got the Snapdragon 845 processor and the Adreno 630 GPU, 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. And this isn't even the base version. This is the version T-Mobile carries, but they have a base version on the OnePlus website. 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage. This is the mirror black version of it, and like I said, really nice device. Build construction on this is excellent. The screen is a 1080p Full HD Plus optic AMOLED display. Blacks get really black. Colors are really nice and punchy. It is a really nice display for 1080p. No complaints here. You do have a notch up top, but you can easily hide that. And with the display being an AMOLED display, it's got a really nice black bar up top. Notch doesn't bother me at all though. It's really nice. I love the curves on the corners and everywhere on the notch. It does not bother me at all. It does not have a headphone jack. It's got USB Type-C at the bottom. Single bottom firing speaker. Got some antenna bands. It does have an in-display fingerprint sensor. I believe it's an optic one, which means it takes a picture of your fingerprint. Not really as secure as an ultrasonic, but still really does the job. It's pretty fast, and it works about 90% of the time, depending on your situation, lighting situation, and if your screen is dirty or not. As far as everything about the device, the cameras in the back, there are two cameras in the back. One is a 16 and one is a 20. Both at an aperture of f1.7, so they do pretty good in low light. The front-facing camera is also a 16 megapixel with an aperture of 2.0, I believe, and it also takes really nice selfies on this device. Let's see. Other than that, it is running Android 9 Pie, and it's got Oxygen OS 9.0 on board. I believe the original OnePlus is at Oxygen 9.05. This one is 9.0. So it's not the latest version of Oxygen OS, but it is really nice, and it's got a lot of features on here. So let's go ahead and get down into the things that I do like about the device, and then we're going to get into the things that I don't like about the device. So like I said, hardware and design, button placement slider, under the display fingerprint sensor. So the buttons are in perfect condition, perfect positioning to get to, as far as the power button being right where your thumb lands and the volume button being right where your index finger lands. And also you have a volume slider right here, alert slider, which does vibrate, silent, and ring, which is nice. It's a really nice feature. All the buttons are nice and clicky and tactile. Really nice. That face unlock, by the way, is really quick. As you can see right here, it doesn't even go to the lock screen. It just automatically reads my face. So this device does have facial recognition, as well as your PIN security as well. The volume rocker, very clicky and tactile. At the bottom, you got your USB Type-C with your bottom firing speaker and a microphone right here. There is no headphone jack on this device, which I'll get to in a little bit. On the right hand side, you got your power button and your alert slider. Up top, you got another microphone. On the left hand side, you got your volume rocker, antenna band, and your SIM card slot. And that is it. On the camera, on the back, you got your cameras and your flash, along with your OnePlus logo. Really nicely built device. It feels really good in the hands. It has Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on the back and Gorilla Glass 6 on the front. The sides are made out of aluminum. and they sort of curve in a little bit. Really nice device, feels excellent in the hands. So let's go ahead and continue. Software and speed in Oxygen OS is really nice software experience for this. This is probably the best software experience on a device other than just straight up Google. It has a lot of features, a lot of gestures and customizations you can do with this device. It runs absolutely fast and just really nice. As you can see, just the attention to detail as far as just going into settings and stuff like that. You can go into some gestures and then you click home, and then it has the animations where it just goes in and pinches in. Really nice features like that. Oxygen OS is really nice. Right now it's got Oxygen OS on the original OnePlus 9.05, I believe. This one is still behind at 9.0, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Price is awesome on this device. It's $580 for the T-Mobile version, so that is an absolutely steal for a device with this kind of specs on it. The base model version is 6 GB with 128 GB of storage, and that is $550 off of OnePlus. T-Mobile only has this variant, so for the price, you're getting a lot of phone. You're getting really decent cameras. You're getting a decent display, excellent build quality, and all these like futuristic features as far as in-display fingerprint sensor and excellent build quality and excellent software. So you're getting a lot for your money with this device. Cameras are really good. They're not as good as Samsung or a Pixel device, but they are really good. Considering the price tag of this device, they take really good pictures. The night mode is really good on this device as well. It pulls in a lot of light, and I've been very pleased with the pictures taken with this device. Very impressed with the quality, considering this is a $580 device. I have been using the Google Mod camera for this device, which takes even better night shot pictures, and I've been enjoying it a lot. It works really well. Let's go ahead and go into the next one. Super fast charging. This phone has really fast charging. It's what they used to call their dash charge, and you can get a full charge in like 30 minutes, I believe. Really fast charging. It does only do it with the charger included in the box, but you can buy another charger or another cable from OnePlus if you choose to. But really fast charging. The battery life is a 3700 milliamp hour battery, so it does have really good battery life. A lot better battery life than the S9 Plus, and that is a 3500 milliamp hour battery. This phone absolutely kills it in battery life and performance. So that's another pro right there, is the huge battery life. What else? Let's go ahead and get down to the rest of it. Battery life, like I said, really good. Really excellent battery life. 4 to 5 hours of screen on time, and you could get through a whole day without charging the device. I've gone through a whole 8-hour night and only come home with about 60% of battery, which is really good. And then I don't charge it when I go to sleep, and then wake up, got like around 20%, and then I end up charging it. So really nice battery life. The notch does not bother me. It is not intrusive at all. Definitely not as big as the Google Pixel, and it does not get in the way. You can get rid of the notch if you choose to. You do have the option to black out the notch, and with this being an AMOLED display, you can't even tell that it is blacked out. It does a really good job of covering the notch, and you wouldn't even know it was there. So notch, for all you notch haters or notch lovers, it definitely does not bother me that much. The display is really good, considering the fact that it is a 1080p display, but the fact that it is a AMOLED display, it really makes up for that difference. The colors are nice and bright, blacks are deep. Really nice display. Definitely gets bright enough outside for outdoor visibility. My brightness is all the way up right now. Could be just a little bit brighter, but it is still really nice display. Definitely no complaints here. The color accuracy is really nice. The whites are really white and bright. There is no color shifting at all with this display, so that's one plus right there. So next thing on the list is going to be the customizable theme, which is really nice. Let's see if I can back out of this shit. Customizable theme, which means that you can change the colors on your theme, which means you could go either to a colorful theme, light theme, or a dark theme. Right now I have the dark, and you can change the colors as far as your accent colors of all your notifications and your quick toggles and everything in the display as well. As you can see, my toggles are blue. Really nice. I like that feature, being able to customize your display on the fly rather than downloading the theme. You can just do it right from your settings, so that's definitely a plus. Next thing on the list is going to be options for navbar, which is nice. You have like 3 different options for your navbar. Let's go ahead and go into it. Where is the navbar? Sorry, wrong area. Buttons and gestures. So navbar and gestures. So you have 3 different options right here. You have the swipe to get to your gestures, and then swipe on over to get to everything, and then you also have the swipe back, and then the swipe up for your recents. These 2 are back, and then the middle one is to go home. So you have that as far as gestures go. Let's go ahead and go back. Oops, wrong one. Go to buttons and gestures, navbar, and then you also have your pixel type at the bottom, to where it has a little pill and the back button, and this works the same way as well. You swipe up, you get into your recents and etc. You go back, and you can click to go home or swipe to go home. Really as simple as that. And then you also have your typical traditional navbar buttons at the bottom, and you also can customize them. You can swap the buttons around if you prefer that way. You can hide the navbar, and you can set different actions for each button as far as double tap and long press. So a lot of customization right there with the navbar. Really nice. Accessories in the box. You do get a lot of accessories in the box. You get a case with it. Really nice touch from OnePlus. Really pretty simple TPU case. You do get a fast wireless charger and the cable, which Apple does not include the fast wireless charger, and you do get a headphone dongle in the box. So that is really nice. Really good packaging. As you can see, the box is right here. Really excellent packaging. You get a lot in the box. OnePlus also included a screen protector, which I took mine off, but they also include a pretty decent screen protector. That way you are completely protected out of the box. Let's see. Everything we do have is Bluetooth connection, and Bluetooth audio is really good on this device. The range on it is insane. I have a much further range on this than my S9 Plus. The quality of the Bluetooth is just excellent. No complaints here. Very nice and crisp, and very powerful sound with Bluetooth. No issues. Fingerprint scanner, like I said, is really good. Not the best, but it does work really well. About 95% of the time, the fingerprint sensor does work, and you can also customize the settings on it. As far as let's see, we can go into lock screen and security, and go to fingerprint, type in password. You can do different options, like as far as the animations, Cosmo, Wave, and the stripe. Usually I'll keep it on Cosmos or Wave because I like those 2 the best. But definitely a really good fingerprint sensor. It works really well, better than I thought it would. Definitely not perfected right now, but still it's a great start and works really well. Corning Gorilla Glass 5 and 6 on the front, like I said. That's another plus for this device. The first device to have Corning Gorilla Glass 6 here in the States on the front, so that's really nice. Definitely a lot better drop protection on that. Still scratches about the same as Gorilla Glass 5, but still extra added protection for this device. Let's see. Now on to the things that I do not like about this device. It does not have an always on display. It does have an ambient display, as you can see right here, to where you could tap to turn on, or you could pick up and it'll show everything on here, your notifications and your battery, as you can see right there, and your time and a fingerprint sensor. I kind of wish it had an always on display, just because the fact that it does not have an LED notification. Now that is the next thing on the list. No notification LED on this device, which is a shame, just because there's no way to tell if you have any notifications sitting on your email or anything, because it does not show anything on the display. You have to wake it, or you have to check it out to make sure you don't have anything, missed calls or anything like that. No headphone jack. That is a huge bummer for me. I'm trying to get adjusted with that, with not having a headphone jack, just because I love plugging in my headphones and using the charger at the same time. So it's really hard to get adjusted to that. If you guys love a headphone jack, this does not have one. It does come with a dongle, but I just feel like it's just kind of annoying to have to plug in a dongle to listen to headphones, and then you have to unplug it if you need to charge your device. It's kind of a hassle, and I've always liked headphone jacks on my devices, so that is definitely a huge change for me. No stereo speakers. The speaker is okay. It gets loud enough. It is a little weak, and it is easily covered, as far as when you put your pinky right there to hold up your phone. If you're right-handed, definitely covers that speaker up. When you hold it like this, it's not so bad because you're holding it like that, but if you do cover it up, it does cover it up really easily, and you're absolutely just no sound at all coming from that. I kind of wish they would have included stereo speakers on this device, but they are cutting corners. Next thing is software updates. This is the T-Mobile variant, and it is still behind on software updates. It just barely got the November security update and a couple of features from the new Oxygen OS, but not all of them. Like I said, the last one before that was back in October, and it had not been updated since, other than the November one, and it's still not Oxygen 905. So that is definitely a huge bummer for me. That is one of the reasons why I do not like this on T-Mobile. It's because of the software updates and the locked bootloader. So that is another one of the things that I do not like. Earpiece speaker during calls. It is kind of tinny, and it does sound okay up here when you're listening to phone calls, but it can get a little staticky at sometimes, depending on your situation. But yeah, it is a good speaker, but it's not that great. It can get a little tinny and a little bit staticky during phone calls. The other person can hear me just fine, so the microphones work excellent and clear. The bottom line from this phone is, if you're going to buy the OnePlus 6T, go ahead and get it from OnePlus directly. The T-Mobile version is still great. If you don't care about locked bootloaders and software updates, get the one from T-Mobile. If you want, like me, to be able to pay monthly on it and not have to pay full price, I don't like doing that because I don't have my phones for that long. I usually just pay monthly on them. Get it from T-Mobile. If you do care about software experience and your software updates and bootloaders being unlocked, get it from OnePlus directly. It's just going to be a lot better if you want to spend the money. And if you're going to spend the money full price, get it from OnePlus. Do not get it from T-Mobile. You can get this unlocked, but it is a process as far as getting your SIM unlocked, and then waiting to get your bootloader unlocked, and then trying to see if you could flash international software on here. It's just a huge process, and I've been out of the game way too long to be rooting and flashing devices. I probably will get into it, but it's been too long. I hadn't done anything like that in a while. Samsung doesn't let you do it, and LG barely lets you do it. So if you're into all of that stuff, get it from OnePlus. If you're not, go ahead and get it from T-Mobile. But this is a T-Mobile version, and as far as software updates, I've not been impressed with this, their quality as far as pushing out updates. But other than that, guys, that has been my review of the OnePlus 6T T-Mobile variant. This is all my thoughts about it and how I feel about it. If you found this video useful, give me a thumbs up. If you got any questions or anything, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Do you like this device? Do you not like this device? Was this video too long? Shit, I gotta go. Peace out. Don't forget to subscribe. See you guys in the next one.